Well, damn, she has such a huge problem. She can talk.
No, she's basically just in the back, just leaning back. She also still seems a little sleepy and tired, especially because you didn't sleep a terrible lot amount since last night. You've been underway quite a lot during the night,
We
and
got a full rest.
yeah,
they got a full rest.
technically.
How's technically? We slept for 8 hours.
All right, you know what? I'll give you that
woke up.
one. You're completely
only
well
Saban woke
rested.
up during his night.
You're well rested.
Yeah.
So that was a weird encounter, I guess. Fortune teller and such.
Huh?
I mean, it really doesn't, go against everything that we've seen so far. Abnormal is kind of starting to become the new normal for me.
Well, you sure didn't see all of the shenanigans I got up to before I came to be a guard.
I can imagine they were definitely something to behold.
Yeah, I mean that demon story that was true. Almost sold my soul. Started a cult. Well, I didn't start the cult, but that's how the cult started.
That's
Wait, you started a cult?
I didn't start the cult. I didn't start the cult. I mean, I saw the demon, which then I subsequently sent back, which subsequently started the cult.
what kind of cult?
Your standard, the devil worshipping, pretty standard devil worship. Depending on what you see as standard devil worship, of course.
I would like to say that I'm surprised, but
I mean, they could have at least been smart about it.
the demon or the people?
The people. They started sacrificing people. That was kind of when people started to notice.
How do you know all this?
Well, I did study at the academy that it originated at. Being the present to summon the demon that was then worshipped.
Which demon was it?
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was, pretty high up. I'd say it's great that he didn't escape because I'm pretty sure it was, almost pit fiend level. We were also like 20 people who summoned him, so wasn't just one person.
So how much do you need to take down a pit fiend?
Oh, a lot.
When did you summon it?
We did have a scroll to stop the summoning ritual, which is how I sent it back.
What kind of academy were you in summoning demons?
A magical academy.
Was it an accident, or were you deliberately trying to summon that specific one?
I mean, we were deliberately summoning a demon. The cult wasn't deliberate, as you might imagine.
The cult, was it founded by other people that took part in the ritual?
Yes. I think the main priest of the cult was one of the. We were about, there was 20 people. There were 20 people, but there were 3 of us who were the main 3 people who controlled it. There was me and my friend, and then there was one other who we trusted at the time, but the 3rd person was the one who started the cult. There should have been red flags at some point.
What happened to them?
The cult priest.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I wasn't exactly part of the efforts to stop it. That was like a whole other force,
Who did they sacrifice?
A few people I didn't really know that well. I mean, it was a pretty big academy, and I didn't have that big of a circle of friends, so.
How many?
I think they got to 3 before they were finally stopped.
How many people were there in the cult?
At the point of the destruction of the cult, I think there was about 25. I mean, in an academy of like 600 people, it's a big number, but it's not a huge number. Could have been worse, honestly. They could have started using mind magic to convert people against their will to the cult. That would have been bad.
I'm sorry that you had to experience something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't really in close proximity to it. Again, as I said, I wasn't really part of the efforts to stop it. I had different things to deal with. Actually, I'm pretty sure the cult priest died in the assault on the cult, because as the big 3 who were part of summoning the Pit Fiend, everyone else were like magically sworn to silence, except us 3.
Why?
Because it's usually not looked well upon to be summoning pit fiends while you're studying magical archaeology.
I did not know that there was an academy that considered it a good thing to summon demons.
Exactly. They didn't consider it a good thing.
No.
It's especially while you're not supposed to know anything about that kind of thing.
How did you know about that?
Books. There were books.
I see that back then you couldn't resist fanning the fire.
Well, they were interesting books. We weren't allowed to read them.
Irene scoops a bit away from the driver.
I never understood that logic. When something is forbidden to me, I don't do it.
But the thing is, if you know there's some knowledge like that you might find especially interesting in your studies, even if it was forbidden, would you not you'd want to read it, right?
Whether I want to or not, it doesn't make much difference to me. The rules are the rules, and I respect them.
Sure, but you'd want to. And I'm not as... I have a little less impulse control. I think we've established that.
Gives you charm.
wasn't it dangerous though? Learning
Oh
that?
yeah, exceedingly dangerous. And if anything went wrong, it could have escaped, and it would have probably killed all 20 of us and kept going. Pit feels
Scoot
a whole lot
further
more
away.
creatures. I mean, I'm not able to summon one on my own. We were 20 people. Like, it takes quite a bit.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was about to go wrong. But I desummoned it. So, you know, we should have probably been 25 or something.
So, how is the scenery of Saban is looking out to see if there's anything else at all?
Oh, it is quite nice. As you're going down the hill, the trees starting going up slowly again. So at this point, you don't look down on the trees, but rather the trees are on your side. It's not much to look at, really. Mostly just trees, especially right now. So actually, there's a bit of a shadow coming over you. That is put upon
Trees
you.
or
Yeah, the trees. Wait, hang on. If that's north.
the sun?
Wait, hang on a second.
What time of day is it?
Right now, let's see. It should be about. Well, let's say you had 8 hours of a long rest. It should be about a little bit before noon.
Right. And which side are the trees on?
To your right.
So to the east.
Yes.
Okay, but if it's a little bit before noon, there's not that long shadows.
You know, that's not. I'm just wondering.
My ignorance is being shown once again.
Yeah, I thought it's just been grey every time. There is actual sunlight. Nice.
Oh yeah, good point. No, it's more like there is light, but it's dim light. Very dim light. So it looks like it's very cloudy. You can clearly not see the sun, but there is a bit of light coming through, enough to do cast a shadow. Although it looks more like a variation of grey, really, a bit of a darker grey. So make no mistake, there is light, but it's just really dim light. In other words, all your perception checks have disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Septimus, would you like me to roll a perception check? Without disadvantage.
Wait. Would Septimus like you to
What?
roll a perception check?
Huh?
Didn't you say, Septimus, would you like me to roll a perception?
No, I need Septimus to roll it. Why would I roll
Yeah.
Septimus?
It just sounded weird to me.
Alright, that's a 14. You know, as you chat about, you see a few ravens fly over the forest, not that far away. And no, not actually. Yeah, a few dots of ravens. Some closer, some further away. Just one by one flying. Seemingly, they are flying north.
Nose was enjoying the conversation before, but as soon as he looks up and he sees the ravens, he feels a chill down his spine and starts basically scratching his hands while staring at the ravens. And then he looks away from them, down.
Is he still scratching his hands?
Yeah.
Do I notice?
You're driving, I would hope not.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
It depends on the speed we're going.
Yeah. Still, somehow it doesn't show me. Like, Rika riding like, "You alright, mate?" Well, I'm going to join back to you. Just leaving the horses. Horse singular.
Anyhow,
Saban, you definitely are able to notice that though in Septimus.
Everything all right?
Yeah, it's just, I can see ravens up north. They're flying around. I don't like ravens.
It could be Eve's looking after us.
Be who?
The madam, fortune teller.
Wait, did those ravens pass us while they were going north? Or are they just in front of us?
No. No, right now they're basically flying on the right side. In fact, if I say north is maybe a bit of a exaggeration. Rather, they're flying northeast.
Following the road.
You could say following the road or flying
Depends
towards.
on where we are
Yeah,
on the road.
they are kind of following you. On the other hand, they're also more or less looking like they're directly flying at Castle Ravenloft.
Oh. 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 Mm.
This is not good.
How many ravens?
You want to count them?
Yes.
Is there more than 5?
Okay, which one of you is counting them?
I'm just looking to see if there's more than 5.
Okay. Rika, I want you to roll me a wisdom check.
Straight up wisdom check?
Straight up wisdom. Okay. So as you look, you're looking. They're not all together. They're not all bunched together. In fact, there's a seizable difference in between them. So you actually have to look a little bit forward and backward. It kind of looks like a line, like a dotted line, but there's quite a distance in between the individual ravens. And as you look, Septimus, you notice that the cart is starting to slowly steer to the side of the cliff.
Rika!
Sorry.
You catch yourself and drive backwards. You feel like they're a handful. You think like they're definitely, you would say, somewhere between 3 and 5. Can't quite tell. Like maybe you didn't see one. But it's not a lot. It's definitely not like a flock.
Only one of them look blue.
Honestly, they're not flying that close by. They're a bit in the sky. You try to make out if any of them are, but it's too hard, especially because some are further away and it's just impossible. You're quite sure that a few of them you have a good look at and you don't think they are. But it's possible that they might be under the ones that you can't get as good of a look at on. Also to be noted is that not all of them are flying in the exact same direction. A few of them seem to be steering, as I said beforehand, to Castle Ravenloft, while a few others seem to be going in what appears to be the same-ish direction, but more north. So in closer inspection, it seems they're not all going in the same direction, which isn't normal for birds, necessarily.
So it is Strahd's birds.
Suddenly the birds start fighting. Oh no, it's Strahd's birds versus the Lord of Birds. And they start fighting it out.
Birds.
And then there's 2 birds just watching. That's
Yeah,
probably Madame Eve.
That's my main man. No, that's not happening. They're just flying.
I'm not entirely certain how to ask this, but I will. Are you all alright? Been a big change since Sandra.
Yeah, I'm holding up fine.
Well, any thoughts?
Well, for me, it's not that different. It's just a little bit less sun during the days, but I was traveling through the woods anyway before, so surprisingly similar. Less goblins, a lot less goblins.
That is surprising. I wasn't expecting to not come across any.
At this
I
point,
think what Metaviva said is true. That really, we're never gonna go back.
I'm just gonna ask, like, can anybody hear Leah? Because I'm having problems.
I can hear her just fine.
Mhm.
Okay,
What about
I was wondering why nobody was responding, or
okay? Well,
I,
Two out of
Danny's
three people can hear you fine, so it's
Yeah.
mostly on Daniel's end. Um, I'm sure there's going to be some way. If nothing else, then we can be annoyance enough for Strahd to let us go, or at least let the two of you go.
why the two of us?
I mean, I don't really have anything to go back to, so if it's up to a choice,
You'd rather stay here.
nah, it's not a lot of ground to travel from what I've saw on the map.
I mean, if the opportunity arises and you guys, don't want to go, I wouldn't mind.
You're alright with leaving your home?
Well, I'm not alright with leaving Jeffrey, but I would be alright with leaving Barovia itself. The town, I mean. It's... Honestly, I don't think it has much chances of surviving.
You'd want to settle down elsewhere or keep traveling.
I don't know.
Or if we can get back. Like if we find a way to get back to our place, if we can get Jeffrey to go with you, would you come with us?
Yeah, if we can get Jeffrey with us, sure.
I mean, it sure is a lot bigger than this place.
Can't imagine what it'd be like.
I think my tales of an academy of 600 people doing all kinds of magical shenanigans kind of gives a little bit of a perspective into how
I don't
big the world
think I
is.
even ever met 600 people.
I don't know if I met all 600 of them either, but there sure was 600.
Yeah. And even though there's lots of people, it's, I'd say more unlikely that somebody's going to send an army after you.
Very unlikely. unless you somehow end up like killing the king of some kingdom.
I believe that so long as you don't draw attention to yourself, you might be able to live under his radar forever.
I mean, chances are, if you kill a king of some kingdom, you can just lay low in another kingdom. There's enough people to do that.
Are you planning on killing any kings, Irene?
Not really.
Great, then you'll be fine.
It should go great.
Good. Seems a bit confused. But, by the way, at this point, it's going much steeper downwards. So you have to actually keep track of the horses so they don't start running. Because they definitely want to.
Oh, that could go bad. Okay.
But yeah, you make your way downwards. If there's anything still you want to talk about, or otherwise I'm going to... Alright.
I'm glad you're getting your old self back, Rika.
What?
I'm glad you're getting your old self back, Rika.
Right, because I certainly changed a lot.
Well, these past few days, you've been almost uncharacteristically quiet and thoughtful.
Right.
I was concerned.
Been a while since we've been able to hit a bar and just talk.
Well,
Glad you're
I'm
getting
sure
yourself back.
there's a bar in Valaki.
Yeah, it's still gonna take a while to get there.
You've been driving for an hour now.
Are we any closer to the Ravens?
To what?
The Ravens. Or are they gone?
Oh no, they're already they're out of sight mostly. Well, you still think you can see one or two somewhere, but it's hard to tell. Like at this point, they're dots. After an additional hour, um, you're driving down the road and you see a second, much more rough dirt road connecting to your path that you're currently riding on. And in front of you, a bit of a while away, you see a bridge leading across a river. Leading over the water as well as to another section in between, very easily nestled in between the mountains, is a path leading into the mountains and a bridge leading towards that path.
What's the bridge made out of?
The bridge is made out of stone, it appears.
Alright.
On the corner of where the path connects, you see, as the path leads downwards, you're still quite on an elevation right now. The path leads downwards, and you see down there, closer to the river, a wooden hut, as well as a cart and an old woman sitting on it, waving at you.
Do I recognize the old woman?
She's a bit far away, but you can roll me a perception roll if you want.
Does the cart look familiar?
Sorry, come again?
Does the cart look familiar? Does it seem to be packed with dream pies?
No, this is a much bigger cart than the cart of the pie-selling woman. Right, now again, because you have disadvantage technically because of the dim light, I think? Or does your race give you something against that?
Half-elf does.
Half-elves have dark vision.
Okay, in that case, never mind. You look keenly at the woman, not bothered by the dim lighting, and you immediately realize that you've never seen this woman before. This is
Okay.
another old woman. But due for your eagle-eyedness, you see that she is currently smoking a pipe and just leaning back. Her horse is also in a position where it's currently just resting, and it appears that she is having some sort of stop right now. On closer inspection, you also realize that the wooden house there is quite overgrown with a variety of leaves and stuff. It looks like it's been standing here since quite a while. It doesn't really appear to be lived at. It seems that the woman has taken some shelter in it for now, but this is definitely not a place that has been lived in recently. Oh, well, it has been recently, but it's not a place that has been taken care of. And she is winking at you and waving you actually over as well.
How far is it off our path?
Oh, you would say about 10 minutes.
That'd be 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. If she's ready on her with her cart, with her horse, we can wait here.
What, you're going to ask her to come over here?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Shut up, old woman! If you want to talk to us, you get over here!
Yeah, I'm slowing down the cart, waving her over. Because I ain't going 10 minutes down to get 10 minutes back.
Okay.
Saban is going to ask Irene, do you remember if the horses have been trained to go over the waterfalls?
Sorry, what? Come again?
Saban is going to ask if the horses have been trained to go over bridges and waterfalls.
I have no idea. I have no idea where this horse came from or where Jeffrey got it from, so I have literally no idea.
Alright, in that case, Rika, be careful when you cross the bridge.
Rika, are you looking at the woman?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you see that she's been bowing forward and seems to be shouting at you. Roll me a perception to see if you can make it out.
What do my elf ears tell me?
Go ahead.
Nothing.
Must have
You're trying really
gotten-
hard. She seems to be leaning over and shouting. You're trying to make it out like something, bridge, go. You're not sure, but she's definitely shouting about something, and she's waving you over still.
I'm gonna wave back, point to my ears. Then I can't hear you. Come here.
Should one of us get down and walk towards
Like
them?
at the moment where you go like, "Come here," she's like,
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna turn down the path and go towards her.
Okay. The path is rough, and you definitely need to look out because it is going steeply down. But it looks like people have gone here down before, especially because the woman's also there with horse. You have to be careful so you don't slide off. I am going to make you roll for it, yes. Roll me wisdom. Would it be wisdom? I'm going to say wisdom, yes.
Just the plain wisdom.
You do have proficiency in cards, so you know there's an automatic +2 on that. Roll wisdom.
Wait, what?
Do you have proficiency in land vehicle?
No.
Yes. What? You don't?
No.
Oh, crap. Okay, well, just roll straight wisdom then.
Ah, shit.
Okay, so as you start leaning off there and to try going downwards, your horse is starting to freak out a bit. Roll me handle animal.
Motherfucker. Ah, shit, sorry. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, no, there isn't much you can do. Sophie seems to try as hard as she can, but like it appears that the floor is a bit muddy, and you just slide down. You just
Oh,
slide
God.
down, and
Oh, God.
as you do slide down, I want everyone to make me a strength saving throw to try and stick to the cart. All of you, strength saving throws to not get thrown off.
Can I do it with disadvantage so that I can grab someone if they fail?
Yeah, okay. But you have to tell me already, or, let them roll first. No, Cynthia doesn't have to roll. Thanks, this. Cynthia's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, now I think about it, sure-footed does mean she has advantage on it, doesn't it?
Well, it depends if it's a horse or a mule.
In any case, was that your roll?
Yeah, that was actually
Okay.
mine.
So you rolled with
Really
disadvantage. Septimus rolled. Rika, I need you to roll as well. Also, who are you saving, by the way?
No, I was basically just asking if I can roll it with disadvantage to just save it.
Yes. But who are you trying to save specifically?
Anyone who tries to fall off.
None of them are trying to fall off. Okay, anyone that seems like they might be falling off.
Yeah.
Rika, have you rolled yet?
Video for Chris
Yes, I noticed. He's frozen. Okay.
In a very.
In that case, I'll just assume that he failed, and we'll say that you saved him. So you notice that Rika, in her current position, is, in the most unfavorable position, is about to basically just fly straight forward. As you notice that, you grab her from behind, pull her back to the cart. As you do, you yourself lose balance and fly forward. Now, luckily, there is mud, so you don't take that much damage from your fall.
Nice.
Take 3 bashing damage as you fall into the mud.
Now.
But
second win this shit.
But both the cart and the horse keep sliding up until you finally, as if by magic's hand, stop right before the old woman and her cart. Her horse seems a little bit startled by this sort of thing and is starting to get some distance, but it's not completely scared. Saban, you are full with mud right now, and you have to do a walk of shame to get back to the others.
Well, Saban is a forest people. Luckily, there's a river nearby, so it's not really a walk of shame.
All right. Yeah, you managed to get there.
Yeah.
So, welcome back, Chris. Saban saved you from falling off the cart. Chris? Leah, are you still there or are you also frozen? Move.
No, I'm here.
Okay, good.
She does move. Chris, your ring is green. Can't hear a sentence though.
Is it? It's not green.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Hello, welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome
my
back.
internet suddenly died.
So in any case, you slid down, and as you do, Saban tried to catch you, threw you back in the cart, and he fell off.
Yeah.
There you are. You gotta be careful. Things are quite slippery around here, close to the river.
No shit, huh?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have noticed.
That's good. I tried to warn you about it.
Oh yeah, because
She seems to be giggling a
certainly
little.
hear that.
She definitely finds enjoyment in this.
So why exactly are we supposed to go down here?
Are you all fine? Is your horse all right? Actually, it looks more like a mule, doesn't it?
You know, I think you should answer my question. Why did you bring it? Why did you want us down here?
Oh, this typical youth. No patience in any such matters.
Nope.
I'm sorry, I just called you over here to tell you that if you're planning to, continue on over the bridge, it's closed off. It's blocked.
By what?
Hmm?
By what exactly?
Oh, by a bunch of mean-looking skeletons.
Skeletons.
That's
Okay.
all there on it.
Did you just bring us all the way down here to say that there were skeletons on the bridge?
Not on the bridge. You see the bridge. The bridge is empty. No, I'm telling you, more front to the path. But let me explain it like this. There's a gate there, and they closed the gate off. And there's some skeletons as well as Strahd's right man hand who are stationed there. There's no getting through there.
Why
Road's
have they
blocked.
closed it off?
I don't know. I didn't ask them. It never occurred to me to walk up to them and ask them, like, why they closed it off.
So,
I suppose they wanted the road to be blocked, to not get one thing from the side to the other side, and vice versa. That is my current hypothesis on the matter.
seems very likely.
So, really, there isn't much you can do right now. It's a bad time for traveling. Maybe you want to also just, relax a bit. Can't be for too long, I imagine.
No, I think we'll find another way. Thank you, though.
All right.
We're going through the bother of informing us, miss.
Actually, I have a question. What is it that you're smoking?
Huh? Oh, this. These are these are my special herbs.
Special herbs, you say?
Mm.
Would you have any of those special herbs for sale?
Well,
Shows his pipe.
another
Reach
question.
out, pull a
She looks at the back
out.
of her card. I am an herbalist, actually. I do have quite a few herbs if you're interested. I also do potions. But right now I'm stuck here.
So were you headed to the other side of the river?
Yes, Velaki.
We're going there too, funny enough.
Wait. Hang on. Oh my goodness, I almost didn't recognize you. It's Irene!
God, fuck it.
Oh, Jennifer, right, you had a potion shop, didn't you? Yes, it's me. Come on, I've seen you around since you were little. I can't believe it. What are you doing here? I also like the new hair color. It suits you. So, what are you all doing? You going on a trip?
Well, the exact...
Yeah.
Yes, basically.
Right. Well, as I said, bad time right now.
As I said, we'll find a way around.
Well, best of luck then. Be careful. You do look like you could handle yourself, so.
Potions do you make?
Sorry?
What kind of potions do you make?
What kind of potions I have?
Mhm.
Oh, all sorts of potions. She rummages in the back and just pulls out something random. Ah, yes, right. So this is a healing potion, I think. Not the most uncommon thing. Oh yes, a potion of what's this? Water breathing, also interesting. All sorts of stuff. I also have some mundane stuff, for everyday life. I think I have something here that should make it more easy to do this things, work, something for muscle regeneration. Um, and also some more other things. Really, if you can think about it, if there's anything you have, like headaches or whatever, I can help you with that.
Right,
She
but
really is good with that. She used to, she has had a potion shop actually in Barovia, the town. Yeah, I did.
I mean, I was inquiring about your smoking blend.
Oh, that. Oh, it's nothing special, I assure you. It's just a little something.
Right. And that little something contains.
Well, I'm not quite sure you would find it very interesting. I could just talk all day about herbs like these.
Well, if you don't want to, that's fine. But
Oh, I would
I
love
was
to chew your ear off if you like.
I
I've
was
been
just
sitting here for a few days. I mean, I'd love to have some company to talk to. I mean, there were those two other guys, but they didn't even really pay attention to me. I tried to tell them the same thing, that the road was blocked. They just went anyway.
two other guys.
Yeah.
What kind of people?
Oh, they just looked a bit more. Oh, like Irene's brother, right? Like hunters, did they look like? Tough folk.
Have anything with them?
I don't know. I just saw them from the distance. I tried to call them over, but they weren't interested. And hell, I wasn't going to chase after them.
Very well.
Irene, how is your brother? Oh, well, he's fine. He's become the new burgomaster. Oh, really? Well, that's rather already so sudden, quite. Yeah. Um. So, would you like to maybe have some tea or something?
Can I sense her motives?
What are you trying to sense motive or insight?
I'm trying to sense whether this old potion maker who sells herbs is actually a hag.
How do you want to sense that? You want to give me something more specific. Like, what are you trying to figure out here? If she is trying to lure you into
I'm
something,
trying to figure, yeah, basically just trying to lure us into something, or she's,
if she has evil intent. Okay, go ahead. Roll insight.
basically, yeah. Because, Jesus Christ.
It's Jason Bourne.
Nah,
I've got an unnatural 20 right
nah.
here.
She's just a chill old lady. Like that woman. That woman just looks like she has no big worries. And it's a little bit like the only thing that you can think of that you could hold against her is that um she's all by herself and a horse, which does seem a bit suspicious, especially because you've heard about bandits, you've seen werewolves, so that's a little bit questionable. But other than that,
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't really seem to have any evil intent. And she
Must have some
genuinely seems to
ridiculous
like.
deception.
Hmm? And she generally seems to enjoy us having somebody here to talk.
Okay, listen, I really hope one of you two has an idea, because the only idea I have at the moment is kill her and run.
I mean,
I hope one of you
Irene
has an idea.
recognizes her.
Who fucking cares?
She knows we're here.
I mean, if it is a hag, why not just befriend her as well?
She,
Well, the thing is,
I don't know why I bother. Here's a nickname you can use, Sarah. Here's fucking hair dye that I got splinters in my fingers trying to get on your hair, making your hair different and cutting it. Ulrika gave you a scarf. Yeah, just introduce yourself. Great idea.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I hope one of you has an idea because the only idea I have is kill the hag and run.
It's not great. She knows who we have and where we're going, which is pretty bad.
Veronica, that's on you.
Like, I'm just going to say it straight away. Like, having her change her hair dye and everything is gonna help her, but she still has the same face. People that know her
So,
are gonna
punch her.
recognize her.
Punch her. Hard. That's what I'm getting.
Like
You do what you think is right.
Scarf, and do this.
Yeah, social distancing. I hear there's a really bad virus going on.
You should wear your mask when you're out in public.
Yeah.
All right, so
How far away is the river from the hut?
you would say it's not that far away. You would say about 40 feet.
In that case, Saban is gonna walk over there and clean the biggest parts of the mud off.
All right. Yeah, all right. That works.
Very dramatic music to wash my cloak.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, who are you other people?
It's a pleasure to meet you, madam. My name is Remus.
Ah, yes. Remus, I don't think I've seen you in Barovia before.
I'm quite new here.
Interesting. Well, in any way, as I said, I was actually just making some tea. If you would like some, I'd be happy to have you join me.
Can I sense her motive, please?
Sorry?
Can I sense her motive, please? I don't trust her.
You already have. You see literally nothing wrong here. Just a chill old lady. Like, if you want to still suspect something, you can still make your own picture. I'm not telling you what your character has to think. But I'm just telling you, your sense motive, that is what you got out of it. You don't see any reason to believe, you don't see anything that's particularly wrong here.
Okay.
In fact, what you get out of it is that she generally seems to be happy that finally somebody's here.
Well, we've been invited. I suppose it's rude to turn down an invitation, especially on a lonely road as this one.
Were you addressing the old woman?
I was kind of talking both to Rika and to Sarah.
Sarah.
I will never forgive her. Forever. Never. Rika, what's on your mind?
Anyways, well, Irene and your woman seem to start chatting, or rather, your woman starts to really start asking Irene about how things are at home, and And Irene seems to start getting a bit uncomfortable, trying to sidestep the big issue of we've been attacked by zombies, my father is dead. But, she seems to be playing it off rather cool. This gives you some time to talk under yourselves if you want. At this point, Saban's clothes seem to be rather dry, and he is also joining back up with you.
What did I miss?
We're in trouble.
What do you mean?
I mean that Irene's been recognized by that woman. That woman has invited us for tea. She doesn't appear to be a threat, however, I don't trust her.
She seems too honest.
Well, I was here when she said
She's
you know
not
someone
necessarily
from childhood.
Yeah, but she's not necessarily bad, but she's too good. She's too honest. If she says anything about what we're doing, we could get caught. But at least there's smaller chance for us getting caught when we get past the mountains. Thing is, the mountains are blocked. We might have to go
I think we can
west
go through.
around.
Not sure we can ford through the river with the cart and the horse we have.
No, I don't think we can get the cart through. We may be able to get the horse over the river, but we can't get the cart.
How large does the river look?
How large?
This
I think
this
it was
river
like
doesn't matter. We need to go west around the falls. Because there's like a cliff on the other side of here, and the gate's closed. It's probably inside where the mountains are, and if we go this way,
yeah. So basically, we need to do it like this.
yeah, this way is no good because then we'd still have to go through here. We'd have to go, this way.
Depending where the gate is, it does look on the map. Technically, we can do it through here.
Maybe, but
Though
seems
seem to be harder
precarious.
terrain.
Plus,
That
if you
doesn't
look
mean
here,
that.
it's very small. It's very, very tiny around here.
I suggest whatever we do, and I'm going to look back at Irene and the woman, just in case something weird's going on over there, or are they just talking?
No, they're still just talking, chit-chatting. In fact, at this point, the conversation has turned to the church and the priest and talking about his son, in fact, his both sons and how good eggs they are.
There was a priest and he had sons. There was a priest and he had sons.
Oh yeah, when I got the holy water, I think one of the sons has been bitten and is a vampire, but I can't confirm.
Oh.
I suggest we stay for tea, and then we take the woman with us. It's either that, or she needs to be
I
taken
don't
care
think we
of.
can do that. She says she's been waiting. I think she's going to want to keep waiting.
She wants to get to the locket, but the point is, she can't talk. It's gonna look terrible for us if Lord Strahd finds out that we have her. He's gonna butcher us. He's not gonna ask any questions. The old woman has to come with us, or she has to die. I can't think of any other alternatives. If any one of you has an alternative, now is your time to speak up.
I have the dream pie. Maybe
What's
she
your
thinks
plan?
it was all a
Drop her?
dream. The dream pie would get her dreaming for a good while, so either we feed her that and let her be, and perhaps she wakes up thinking it was all a dream, or then give her the pie and she falls asleep. And if you want, I guess you can put her on the cart and take her with us. my recommendation is just leave her be and just make her think it was all a dream.
I think that might be the best way if we're going for non-lethal. Because we can only take her with us so far. Because we can't get the cart across the river.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that does mean that we can't take any of the supplies from her cart, because then she is gonna be able to put one and one together. There was someone here.
I'm going to see if I can distract her for a little while, and then you guys can discuss with Irene what she thinks. Because I think it's really important that we at least take her in on planning.
All right.
Rika's going to turn around and talk to her, respectfully interrupt.
You know, I always did think that baker, he had some financial trouble. I'm not surprised at all that they took his son. It is a shame, though. Real shame.
So, you said you want to talk about the ingredients of your smoking blend.
Oh, well, if you're interested, yes,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Come,
Please,
take a seat, take a seat.
yeah, please enlighten me.
Yes, well, and she starts talking. Roll me a nature or survival, whatever you think is best, to try and keep up in the conversation.
I'm trying to learn.
It is pretty clear that a lot of the stuff that she is saying, she has to simplify and talk to you. She is talking with you for a bit, but it is pretty clear that you do not have the same amount of knowledge and she has on the topic, and you are slacking off. This might keep her distracted for a few minutes. So you guys can talk for about, let's say, 5 minutes, yes?
All right.
Hey.
Hello. Septimus has some concerns about your old friend.
Oh, oh, um, what about her?
She knows who you are. She knows you disguise yourself. She knows where you are. That's a liability.
Yeah, but I mean, she hates Strahd. I'm pretty sure.
Do you think that? Do you know that? Or do you hope that?
You could ask her. I'm pretty sure she hates him. She
I'm
said
pretty
so.
sure she'll tell me whatever I think I want to. She thinks I want to hear.
Listen, I have, like, when I was a child, I remember her in the town. I like she. I don't think she is going to do anything.
Well, maybe not intentionally, but she does seem to enjoy talking.
If you want, I could ask her to just be quiet about all this.
Do you think she's the type who knows to stay quiet?
Definitely, I think, especially if it's about Strahd. Like, I'm pretty sure she hates him. She said so quite often in the past. I mean, please, we can't do that. She's just a woman.
Sometimes he's trying his hardest to not show how angry he is. All right then. So what? We ask her politely to say she didn't see you, or she doesn't know anything about you.
Sorry, could you say that louder? I'm having trouble hearing you.
So what then? We ask her politely not to say anything. That's the plan.
Sorry, come again?
We ask her politely not to say anything. That's the plan.
I cannot make it out, I'm sorry. Can one of you tell me what she just said? I am having real trouble here.
Maybe try your master so I can hear her fine. Anyway, she's saying, so we should just ask her nicely.
It's not really a matter of volume, it's really just a matter of it sounds like it's coming through a cave. I know if it's something with my headphones, it's weird. You want to ask her where...
I'm trying to figure out what she's thinking, basically. Like, what's her alternative? Ask the old woman politely to pretend she never saw us?
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. We could do that. I mean, what is your alternative?
I am willing to take any alternative that doesn't end with my head on a spike in Castle Ravenloft. If Strahd finds out that you're with us, he's gonna come. He's not gonna be asking any questions.
Well, as I said, we can ask him not to tell anyone. I mean...
And what if she has the best of intentions? What if he catches her? What if he tortures her? How long until she talks?
I mean... It's not right, we can't... What do you say we should do?
Alternative that I brought up was that I do have a dream pie from back in Barovia. Maybe we feed her that, she's gonna think all of this is just a dream.
I suppose we could try that. I know it doesn't really feel good to me. She's really nice. She's really nice. Well, okay, I mean... Sorry, well... I do remember that sometimes she did accidentally give out the wrong potions here or there.
Saban, I really hope that dream pie is a miracle worker. He's gonna completely disregard Irene and just literally just walk past you and go over to where Rika is.
You're going over to where?
To where Rika is with,
right.
the woman.
So the conversation is just about to wrap up, but I don't want to bore you with all the details. But I assure you, it's quite something. It really helps me. It helps me to really take the edge off, you know. Plus, it also really helps me with really just I don't want to say anything. It's kind of like recreational, let's say. Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
It also makes you sometimes see things, but that's just not really meant.
What kind of things do you see?
Oh, all sorts of things.
Such as? Such as? I could go for change of scenery.
Oh, like the cosmos and energies flying about through the air. It's just, things like that. But also other things. Things from your past, things you remember, memories. She looks a little bit absent-minded, like into a hole in the air.
How much does it cost?
Oh,
Come-
normally I don't sell it, honestly. It's mostly just for my own use. I don't want to get this sort of stuff. I don't see. I don't want to. You know those dream pies they sell, right? I don't want to start being like that. That I sell that sort of thing to people. People really get addicted to those things, and I don't. I don't want to even start going that way.
Mm.
I'm not going to start selling those sort of substances to other people. I've seen what can happen. It wouldn't be right, you know.
I can see what you mean. However, just from the fact that you said that, if anything, I am more inclined to buy something from you.
Well, I mean, I don't just sell that specifically. I also sell just other potions as well as just, things for other illnesses and such. Is there anything specific you would like?
I'm gonna check his bag. I suppose
You
I
know
could
what?
do with.
You know what? Actually, you know what? You two are good acts. You entertained me, old woman. So you take this here. She reaches out a potion to Rika, and you can have uh, this potion here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't accept. I wouldn't want to impose on you.
No, all right. I mean, it's fair enough, but
What is it?
I don't know. Hang on. She actually looks at the potion like she literally just reached back, her hand tapped around, and she just literally gave you a flask. This is the first time she looks at it.
Rika's gonna look at the one she got.
That one actually sat next to her. You remember from before that one was the potion that she said herself is the potion of water breathing.
Ooh.
So you remember what that one is. Um, she is currently looking at the one that she pulled out from behind, and that one is. That one is. Right, well, this is a. Oh, this is interesting. This is a potion of. This is a potion of growth. Makes you taller.
Oh,
Like forever taller or
No, no,
like
no,
for
just for a certain amount of time, like a few
like
hours, not much. It's just,
yeah.
for the situation where you want to be tall.
where was this when I was a child?
Does strength also come with the height?
Oh, yes, I think so. I don't really use it much myself, but if I recall correctly, it should give you a surge in strength as that comes naturally with being taller.
Well, you mean bigger,
Yes,
not
yes,
just
yes.
taller.
Oh, yes, yes. You literally go up in size. It's quite big. It's quite interesting. Uh, want to have a think? Oh, actually, I think that's the last one I have of those. Yeah. But you can have it if you want.
Thank you very much for this gift.
Don't worry about it. Hmm. To be
So
honest, I mostly just sell potions like for like everyday needs. It's quite boring. I try to experiment a bit more, you know?
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I do have a question. What's your opinion of Strahd?
Oh. Well, I. She sort of looks at you, then at Septimus, then at Irene, then at Savannah and goes, well, I mean, you're with Irene. I guess I don't really have to pretend anything. Uh, what am I supposed to say? He is evil. He's an evil tyrant who is. Yeah, he's an evil tyrant. I don't know what to tell you. The worst part of it all is that he has completely and utterly deformed these lands. Do you have any idea how hard it is to be a herbalist in a land like this? Most things just wither away. A few things that you can actually find are terribly hard to find. But he's also evil and kills people. That's also very annoying.
Yeah. So, I suppose you wouldn't have any problem agreeing with not talking about us being here at all.
Okay, yes, no, absolutely.
And
My mouth is zipped.
Do you promise to not only lie, but speak half-truths if you're under a truth spell?
What's the story? What should I tell them? If they ask me or find me.
Well, if they ask specifically that...
I was thinking I'd just say, I never met him.
Well, if you're under a truth spell, you can't really do that.
Right. Truth spells, that's a thing.
But you can say that I can't answer that.
What?
You can say that you simply can't answer that question.
All right, yeah.
I mean,
I don't see why anyone would put me
it's
into a truth
technicality.
spell.
Imagine considering
just
how
say a lot
cruel
of
Strahd
things.
is.
Honestly, it's more likely that you would have just moved on, honestly. I'm surprised myself you actually came down here. Positively surprised.
Well, I'm surprised he sent a whole swarm of undead.
Oh, swarm.
Anyway, because you're beholden to a promise, you're not lying if you're saying that you can't answer the question.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. I kind of think that this is unnecessary. I don't really think anyone's gonna come after me.
Well, maybe not. But just in case.
Better careful than sorry.
Fair enough. Don't worry, I won't tell a soul.
Thank you.
Oh, that's why you changed your hair. She's actually just staring at Irene now. Oh!
Yes, that is why she changed her hair.
Right, okay.
Are there any ravens flying around?
Sorry?
Are there any ravens flying around? I honestly think of them as little microphones.
You're trying to see if there's any ravens around. Roll me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is relatively interesting. Yeah, there's a bunch of ravens. Actually, you're not that close. Actually, now I think about it, you're actually by the river. There's not a lot of trees, so you don't really see any ravens close by. But no, that's it. You don't really see any ravens close by. In your current position, yeah, in fact, even the ravens you saw before are long gone, so you don't even see them. There's literally no ravens, you don't see any. The nearest forest is also quite far away, so even if they were hiding, that's the only place you could think of for them to hide. You're literally in quite an open field, like you don't think there's anyone nearby. Right here, it's just river, rocks, and a bit of mud, but not much trees. So. In any case, oh, are you in a hurry then? I suppose I shouldn't keep you, but if you want, I still have that tea on.
I think we have time for a single cup of tea.
Normal tea or special blend?
Well, and it's a little special, as I said, experimentation. But don't worry, it's nothing. It's nothing too harsh. You know, it's just some flavor stuff. You're not going to grow double your size or anything like that. It's not a potion. She actually fills herself a cup and tries to take a sip, but then urges back. Seemingly, it's still too hot. So, what exactly is going on? Or is this a situation where the less I know, the better?
The less you know, the better.
All right, all right.
But I think it.
You're not heading to Castle Ravenloft, are you?
No,
Absolutely
no,
not.
no. We're specifically trying to not go there.
Okay, good, good. In that case, you're probably passed by the bone grinder, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Be careful around there. I don't trust these people.
Well, I mean, they are on my land, so.
Your land?
Yes, I have the deed to the land the old bone grinder is on.
Oh,
Well,
really?
since it considers the entire mill, he also owns property on the land.
Interesting.
Yes. The
Are you-
property, the land.
Are you planning on doing anything about that, or?
Oh, yes, I was hoping to throw out those old hags and
Please do.
hopefully return the orphans to where they're supposed to be.
You know what? Are you going to throw them out?
Yeah.
Hang on, this is great. I want to give you a potion. Hang on. You want to fuck those hags up? You take this. She hands you a potion.
Okay, what potion?
That's a potion of resistance, necrotic resistance. You ain't gonna know or hit them. Still, you gotta be careful. They are nothing to laugh at. In fact, rather, actually, you know what? Scratch that. You should probably be sneaky about it. You know, don't charge them head first. Actually, I should help myself out of this. But be careful, and also, like, fuck them up.
Sure. Rika's going to pour herself a cup of too hot coffee, too hot tea. She's going to.
It's piping hot, like steaming.
Just going to make sure it's too hot. Just prestidigitation, cool it down, and take a sip.
Oh, that's quite. Okay, could you also do that for me, please?
Just going to do it to the teapot.
Thank you.
And no problem. It's a very useful little cantrip.
Cantrips. I also have some cantrips. I don't have that one though.
Yeah, the spell, those cantrips, prestidigitation. It's very useful little spell. Can do all sorts of things.
Honestly, I have thaumaturgy and mending. Mending is really useful.
Mending's very useful, I agree. Though I don't have it myself. Which is honestly too bad.
Yeah. But yeah, with the bone grinder, just be really careful. I've heard some bad stories there. Like, it's definitely, like, others have also tried to do something about those hags there, but...
Well, I assume they didn't have the deed to the place.
I mean, I suppose you're in the moral right then. I mean, anyone would really be in a moral right against them, but what I'm saying is that...
I'm also in the legal right.
Those are some terrible witches. Be very careful about them.
Of course.
Well, depending if they're hypocrites or not, it might be surprisingly easy. If they're not hypocrites.
I don't know.
I do go to great details of the length of them just doing what the deals they make say. So
I would be very careful around them. I don't think they are. I don't. The other thing is that the whole place is tainted with
In what way?
terrible energies. You know, I said like I can see cosmos and stuff like that. It's just some terrible magic around that place.
Do you think cleansing it with holy water would work?
I mean, it's a big place. I don't know how much holy water you would need for that.
Fair
I'm not
enough.
even sure that would work. Would it work? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Maybe.
Do I have a potion for that? No, I don't think so. Anyway, what about you? You look rather stiff. Do you also want a cup of tea? She asks Septimus.
Oh, yes, yes, thank you.
All
That was
right, all
always my
right.
thought this was.
She also gives you one.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Dan, a question. Is the tea, does it taste good?
oh, sure. Do you want me to roll? Do you want to roll? I don't know why I did this. Do you want to roll perception or nature to try and figure out something of the taste?
No, I just want to know if it tastes well.
Oh,
Like, is it bland?
if it
Does it
tastes
taste
well,
good?
that's a question that is very subjective. Honestly, to you, it tastes very sweet and flowery-ish, but not terribly so. There's something that tastes inherently fresh about it that makes you question, like, if this was really made with herbs from this place. Because look around you, this place looks terrible. It actually tastes quite refreshing.
Could you be a druid using druidcraft to make herbs?
Oh,
Oh my
druid.
goodness.
I'll be honest with you. I do dabble a bit in that. As I said, it is
All
quite hard.
right.
It's quite hard to find herbs around this place. So, I've learned a few things to help myself out a bit. Though I'm not quite sure you would really call it druidry. I'm more like an amateur.
Well, I mean, even
Well, I wouldn't
amateurs
say
can.
amateur. That's also far-fetched, but not quite sure if what I'm doing is really druidry per se. Like, druids are also all about, like, animals and stuff like that. I focus more on the plant style. What is Saban up to? You're muted.
Drinking tea with them, I assume.
All right. Have you been muted this whole time? Have you been talking?
Not a whole lot.
Okay.
Anyway, oh right, that reminds me, Saban. You didn't actually need to wash your cloak in the river. I can clean your clothes if you need.
I'd be careful
Well, it's
around
good
that
to
river.
know. Something in it?
No, nothing. Not that I know anyway. But it's quite slippery. Like if you're not careful, you can slip in and fall. It's not happens to me.
Well, you're there at the moment, so I think I can swim out if I need to.
Well, yeah, but it's still very annoying.
True.
Then you're all wet. I suppose if you're with mud, you kind of want that, but. So, you're planning on going around it? Planning on taking the
Yes.
foresty route?
Yes. Though that anyway we go around, it means we can't bring a cart, which is certainly a regretful thing.
Mm.
I mean, how much does the potion increase size?
Hmm?
Potion increases strength and size, depending on how much by.
A bit, like so much.
So you double in size, or
Yes, you double in size, I believe.
okay?
Well, with that, maybe I'd be able to carry the cart over.
You know,
We
I've just
could
been
have.
thinking. I've completely been neglecting you four. I mean, I saw how you actually, put yourself into it and saved this lady here from falling into the mud. That was real good of you. I've already given that free potion. Hey, would you mind giving like that water breathing potion I gave you to him? Like, it would be more even.
I mean, he's usually on the front lines anyway, so I mean, giving him the potion of necrotic resistance
Ah, yes,
if
I
we're going
suppose
up
that makes
against
sense as well.
the witches. Yep.
Cool.
Sivan, you're now the proud owner of a potion of necrotic resistance. Supposedly.
You guys want to take a break? Leah, I saw that you just went away do something.
Yeah, went to get some water.
Okay, shall we take a quick break?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm fine with the break, yeah.